Hey guys, welcome to our powwow. So every Thursday night, we try to get together at the same exact time, 8 p.m. Eastern, and just hear from each other. Hopefully, my Wi Fi works pretty well and not like breaking up like a robot. But we have, so I know there's a lot of new people in the team as well. So welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new, say hi in the chat, introduce yourself so people can get to know you. But this is mainly like more like a close knit family type style call. So do not be nervous if you when you speak on this. I know there's some new people speaking tonight, and then when it's your turn, right? When you guys start crushing it and killing it, you're gonna be on a powwow, and it's 5 to 10 minutes, 15 minutes tops, just sharing your story, sharing what you're working towards, sharing your goals for your future. And I really like this idea. We started doing it in May of last year, which is crazy now that it's been that long. But May of last year, we started doing this, and it's really like got everyone together. Because the really cool thing about a powwow, and you hear a story from someone that you don't normally talk to on our team, you get to see things that like other people are going through similar situations or have been through similar things in their life or are working on similar goals. And normally when you look at someone by their cover, right, you don't know those things. You have no idea that they go through some of the same things that you do. So this is a great opportunity to just learn from each other, pump each other up. Maybe you'll find an accountability buddy, like someone just spoke to you and you have a similar story, and you can go message them after and say, hey, do you want to work this? But like be accountability buddies and pump each other up as we're going towards executive, ruby, emerald getting the $5,000 bonus right now, diamond getting a $10,000 bonus, double diamond getting a $20,000 bonus, right? Like that's crazy extra bonuses on top of your commissions. So I will start, and then we're going to go through a couple amazing women tonight. So definitely take notes. They're going to give you some ideas of how they've been enrolling. I know the first woman who's going to be speaking just enrolled her 7th customer in her first week. So she's going to really, it's going to be really good to learn from people like that, right? Like right off the bat, just crushing it. And for me, when I started this business 4 years ago, my name's Courtney, and I started this business 4 years ago. It was a side gig, and I had no idea what I was doing when I started. I was just like, okay, you told me to post this. Okay, cool. I'll do that. I'll do this. We didn't have host to post back then. Like we didn't have stuff like that. So it was more like, if you go back to my 2017 profile, it was probably me posting a picture of greens with like a really ugly background. Yeah, it was very spammy looking, but it's fine because we learn so many things as we go. And that's my favorite part about this business is there's not like a one size fits all for some, like, you know what I mean? It's a one size fits all. It's not like you have to be a certain way in order to be successful. Anyone can be successful. Even if you're failing, you feel like you're failing sometimes. If you're failing forward, you're progressing, right? Like if you go back to what I posted, you have no idea that I'm presidential today, presidential time in the company, right? Like just based on those posts from 4 years ago. But I just kept doing it, right? I just kept doing a lot of it. Even if it was wrong, I just figured it out as I went. And that's the important thing for being a business owner is being solutions oriented, not problem seeking, right? You're like solving the problems for people. So if you don't know an answer to something, we have so many amazing resources that you can find answers. And that's what helped me. I hopped on these Zoom meetings all the time. If I could like find any Zoom, any training, I was on it. And I worked full time. I had 2 part-time jobs, and I was getting my master's degree when I started. So I had no time, but I tried to find in like that half hour before I went to bed to watch a recording if I could. Or at night, a lot of our Zooms are at night because people do work full time, right? Work full time during the day and come work their business at night. So a lot of our Zooms are at nighttime. So I would hop on those, watch the recordings if I missed it. But that's what got me to that next level, right? I just never doubted myself. I just kept going. And when I heard no, and I heard not right now, and I heard I got blocked along the process, I didn't let it get to me. I just kept going for that next conversation to change that next person's life. And that's the key to success, right? If you guys are just starting this business, you ask, how can I be presidential diamond making $20,000 a month with this business within the next couple of years of my life? Like that's what worked out for me. I had no idea back 4 years ago that was going to be my life. But what did I do? I did know that I did want to make more money and I did want to change my life and in process change other people's lives. Why not? And the secret to that success was literally just not giving up and failing forward all the time. In every year in this business, every couple months in this business, things change, right? Right now, host to post are like huge. And I'm sure a lot of people tonight that are talking are going to say that that's how they're signing their customers. That wasn't like it for me and Sabrina and people who've been in this business for 4 years. We literally would message on Instagram like 500 people a night to get those success rates that you're getting with host to post and like 10 a day. It's crazy. So it's always developing for the better. Something that you're learning today may not be the same script, the same thing that you use a month from now. But that's why you're a business owner and you're like, I can do this. I can find new ways. I can see what's the best way to seal the deal. I can use these techniques I'm learning from all these leaders in the company, because everyone's very open about how they're being successful with it, right? Jade tells you everything that she does. I try to tell you guys whenever something goes well for me, I try to send screenshots or tell you exactly what to do, or you send me a screenshot, I'll tell you what to say. We're very open. The team's very open for showing you what works for us. And what works for me is going to be different than you. What works for me right now is different than Courtney in 2017, right? Right now I do this business full time. Courtney in 2017 worked 60 hours a week and was getting her master's degree. It wouldn't have been the same type of thing that I'm doing today, right? So it's all different. We're all different, but that's the unique part about it, that you guys can take little bits and pieces from everyone that you learned from tonight, and from me and from Jade and from anyone that just speaks to you, and you can bring it into your own business and fit it into your own schedule. That's the beauty of this business, and anyone can do it. Amen. Brett. Yeah. And Brett, see, Brett, who didn't even want me to do this business a couple years ago, is now talking and helping you guys. You told me to get off my phone all the time. He told me all the time to get off my phone, guys. Thank God I didn't listen to him. Thank goodness I didn't. I know. But now you're around me all the time working this business. But that's like the thing. That's the one thing I really want to stress tonight is when you hear people speak and you're going to get tips of how they're enrolling. The secret sauce there for all of them and for us is that when we hear no, we hear not right now, we just keep going to that next conversation. I bet you that's going to be the same for everybody here that's saying that's how they're enrolling, right? Not look at it as, oh, well, I guess no one wants this, so I'm done. I'm just going to quit. No, it's not like that. You just go to that next level. You will be successful if you want to be successful. It does work. The company does work, right? The products work. The compensation plan works. Everything, like all of this, the team works together. That's the best part of it. Resource wise, you have Diamond Elite Nation, which is our Jade Hooper's team page. Thankfully, she shares everything and she's amazing. And I've been around her in her life, seeing how she actually lives with 3 kids screaming all the time. And I have no idea how she does it, but she does it and she makes this work. And she's a top income earner. She's always top 10. She's always been top 10 in the company. And then we have Passport to Diamond was our team page. And then there's a website called, if you Google it, It Works Product Coach. I don't really ever talk about that much, but you guys could write it down just for reference so you have it for later. It's called It Works Product Coach. So if you were looking for anything that has, I don't know, any product that's vegan, you can type in a search bar vegan and it'll pull up every product that we have that's vegan. So it's a really good resource if you have like people asking like weird questions that you don't know the answers to. It Works Product Coach is where you're going to go. Okay. And then as far as everything else, it's all in eSuite. Like if you have a question about, hey, Courtney, like what does a Ruby chart look like? You can go to eSuite and go to document library and everything's there. Our compensation plan is there too. If you want to figure out the ways that we get paid, I have really good videos that we had from conference. Me and Sabrina were just talking about this today, that we want to rewatch a lot of the workshops from conference. So maybe we can plan a Zoom that we can rewatch them together, because there was really good stuff on compensation plan and how to market on social media and things like that. It was your idea? It was Brett's idea. I thought it was Sabrina. Sabrina, are you here? Sorry, I didn't come over to your RV. All right, guys, oh, she's right there. I see her. Well, my computer's about to die. I didn't want to like bring it over and it die all the way to her house.
It was Brett's idea, but I agreed with him.
What?
To rewatch the,
She said it was your idea.
Yeah, and I agreed with him.
So okay. So I'm sure I'm going to have some things that, guys, ask questions in the chat. This is a powwow. So like we can all, like we're talking like we're really good friends here, which we all are going to be really good friends. But I know there's a lot of new faces on here. So you're like, who the heck are these people? But yeah, so ask questions in the chat. We'll answer them at the end if there's anything that we haven't answered. But first I want to bring on Kelly. And Kelly, I want you just to share your story. Like what do you do? What you've done in your life so far, what you're working towards as far as this business and the extra income, and then some tips of how you're being an amazing enroller right now.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So my name is Kelly, and I just joined. It will be 2 weeks on Sunday, and I have signed 7 people. And it's been a crazy experience for me. It's so outside my comfort zone to do this. But I am currently in sales, so I kind of do sales anyway, but it's in person, and people are coming to you because they want something that you have. So this is a little different approach for me, and I'm not maybe not as savvy with the whole social media part of it yet. Like I just downloaded TikTok like 2 days ago because that's what I'm supposed to do, I guess. But I'm not really good at this video making thing, but I'll get there. It's outside my comfort zone, but we never go forward or grow if we don't move and do something. So Courtney was really awesome to me. I had watched her on Instagram for a while, and then I kept seeing her videos, and I'm like, this chick, she's got something going on here. I need to find out about, because I don't want to be stuck where I'm at forever. I want to grow. I want to make more money. I want to get out of debt. Eventually I would like to do this more as full time and not work 50 hours a week for someone else, making them money when I can do it for myself. So I messaged her, and it just kind of went from there. And it's been a real whirlwind for 2 weeks for me. But I love the group. I love being able to see all you ladies and how you have grown, how you go through your business. The support is phenomenal, which is awesome. You don't feel like you're just on your own, because it is scary and you don't know really what you're doing at first. And it's kind of like, I'm just taking a chance here, but it's been really awesome, and I'm enjoying it. And I'm hoping to continue to learn and just move forward and make that money.
Yeah. And I love that you just said that you downloaded TikTok a couple of days ago, because that's what you are supposed to do. But isn't that so true that so many people, that's like why you're going to be successful, because so many people will be afraid to be uncomfortable, right? Like, because when you're in your comfort zone, that's where you feel the safest. But the only way to ever go anywhere, and like the goals that you have for your life, which are huge goals, you have to get uncomfortable. You have to be okay with feeling uncomfortable. So TikTok is definitely going to be that thing for you.
Yeah.
And I love that you watched, right? You watched. And you also, when we talked, you were also on the fence.
Very much so. Yeah. I was like, if it sounds too good to be true, yeah.
Yeah. And then I added you to the VIP lounge on Facebook.
Right.
Yeah. And then we had the deal for $39.
Sure.
Yep. So
yeah,
guys, yeah. So this is perfect. This is the perfect scenario. I was a person who signed up within a couple minutes of talking to Melissa. So my enroller, I literally just signed up. Now, in other cases, we have people who watch. So think about that. What Kelly just told you guys, what are you taking from that for your business? You're taking that you should be posting and showing up every day, right? Because you're going to find Kellys out there. You're going to find people that want this and just might be afraid to reach out in that moment. But then they're going to see that one thing that like flips the switch for them, and they're ready to do it. And then look, in her first week and a half, not even, she's enrolling 7 customers, and now she's working on getting distributors, and she's going to go Ruby, Emerald, Diamond, everything. It's awesome. Yeah, no, I'm so happy like that you said that you're watching, because a lot of times people are like, oh, I'm posting. No one's like liking my stuff. They don't have to be liking your stuff to be watching you. Kelly didn't like my stuff all the time. Like, I did not see her name just popping up every day saying Kelly liked this, Kelly commented on this. It wasn't like that at all. We talked in a message for a while, and that's the beauty of following up, right? Right now, Kelly, you're learning with your customers you're talking to
exactly
that you're following up.
Yes.
And do they all come from Host to Post, or it was friends?
A couple of them have. A lot of them are just people that have seen my post or that know me, and they're asking questions about what I'm doing. What's this business you're doing? What are you selling? What is it? And then 2 or 3 of them, they have thought about it. And then the one that I just signed right before I came on, she was one of the first people I talked to. So it took her a couple of weeks to go ahead and agree to do it. But yeah, I have gotten a couple of them from Host to Post. Yes.
And I'm sure you have a list right now of people that are either on the fence, or they told you not right now, or some that left you unread.
Right. Yeah. I would talk to, and if they weren't kind of iffy about it, I just let them be for a day or two. Then I go back and just kind of ask how they're doing, give it any more thought, just kind of, you know, yeah.
So that's perfect. That's perfect because you've had to have had a lot of conversations to sign up these 7 customers that you've signed up. It wasn't just like you talked to 7 people and they all signed up.
Exactly. Yeah.
Awesome. That's really good for people that are brand new too, to know, like, you're going to have conversations.
Right. It's not just instantaneous, you know, maybe 1 or 2, my sister, but just because she had to, because I told her to, but you know.
Yeah. Like my mom.
Yeah. It's like, you have no choice. You're doing this.
Yeah. Like my mom signed up. I had Brett sign up as one of my first customers, and I didn't realize I put the same address, and I didn't realize he didn't count.
Oh no.
You can't use the same address. I didn't know that back then. So yeah, like Brianna, she said her mom was her first customer. Now she's a Ruby on her team, which that's awesome. True. Maybe your sister, maybe they'll.
Yeah. Hey, you never know.
You never know. $39. But yeah, that's like, I love that. So tip wise, guys, if you're writing things down, it's like, have as many conversations as possible in order to enroll as much as you possibly can. Right. And then keep posting and showing up every day. Show that you're open for business. Kelly was saying that she got some of her customers from people just seeing that she had something to offer them. Right. And we know she signed up with me because she saw I had something to offer her every single day on my story and on my page.
Right. Exactly.
She was like, who's this girl keep popping up on my Instagram feed right now?
Exactly. I was like, yeah, I gotta see what this is about.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Now you're here, and now you've met like Phil Marie and Kay and people on our team are all helping you and cheering you on. And I love the community that you're now a part of.
I love it. I love it. Thank you guys.
Yeah. Thank you. And then if anyone has questions for Kelly, put them in the comments and we can come back at the end if there's anything that we didn't answer. All right. But now I'm going to bring on Fernanda. Is that how you say it, Fernanda? I've been like trying to say it. I'm like, Fernanda. So Fernanda, can you tell us, there we go. Can you tell us your story, why you started this business, how you found out about the business, what you're working on right now, and how you've been like enrolling 1 million DTs this week?
Yes. So, can everybody hear me? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So this found me. Ashley, my enroller, she had been getting a hold of me for a couple of weeks. She's like super consistent, super good, like super on top of things, like everything an enroller should be. She was on it. And I was just like, it's so embarrassing to say still, but I feel like I'm a good person to be on here right now because I'm still struggling. Like I'm still going through the struggles every day. And I have the same anxiety talking on here that everybody else does. Like my heart is pounding right now. And like I get it. But this found me. Ashley came to me and she, like I said, she kept following up. And I was struggling. And I'm like, so embarrassed to tell her, but I'm like, I can't order right now. I'm sorry. Like, I just can't. It's not the timing. And it just never was the timing. Like, not the first time, the second time, the third time, the fourth time. And I just started feeling bad, you know? And she's like, what if like I offer you the opportunity? And she like did the opportunity offer and like signed me up for free. Okay. She had my samples sold, like just so fast, like boom, boom, there's my website. And now here I am. Like, I'm not big on social media either. I'm not big on talking in front of people. Like you can hear it right now. I've been at home. Like, I know we can't use the pandemic, like for our business, but everybody here is already here. So I lost my job. I've worked since I was 15 years old. I've always worked. I've never not worked. I come from a really rough childhood and I've had to work my whole life. And being unemployed, like my husband having to carry us and carry our kids by himself, like not that he's incapable, but it's a lot. And just having to do the work every day. This is something that I can do from home. This is something that like literally it came to me. Obviously there's a reason that it came to me. Like I'm sorry, you guys, I'm seeing your comments and stuff, but I'm struggling. I was really hoping I would win that iPad and I didn't, but congratulations, Sarah. So I can't really see the comments on there, but I will go back and read them. like I said, I'm still going through the struggle, and that's been my motivation right now. My husband doesn't support this. Like, I have a great marriage, everything's great, but he doesn't support this. Like, he doesn't, not a little bit, like not, not even a little bit, but that's been my motivation lately. Like, there's been so many people talking like just down on it and down on me, and I just let it fuel me now. Like, I don't let it bug me anymore. And I feel like that's one thing that's just like carrying me through it, you know. Like, my kids are off the hook every day just like everybody else is. There's usually somebody sitting there when I'm trying to do my posts, you know, like there's always a kid in my business, but that's why I'm doing it. Like, if you look at my stuff, that's my reason right there. Like, you have to, at first my why was because it came to me for free. Now I see the opportunity that it can really bring my family, like potentially my husband doesn't have to do this anymore. Like, and that's one thing, like, I want to earn his support on it. Like, I want him to support me on this, and I want it to change our family. And I feel like that I enrolled in October 1st. Like, I'm all over the place. This is my brain. I'm sorry, you guys, but I enrolled October 1st, and I wasn't doing the things. Like, I know I wasn't doing the things. Showing your face. I had the very, like, all my posts look spammy, you know, like that was me. Screenshots, stuff that I had stole. So becoming my own and making my own stuff and tying it into myself and starting to show my face more, like, it made me want to do my makeup here and there so that I could do the TikTok and do all the things, you know, like, it's brought my self-care up even. Like, I know that, like, to carry all this, you have to take care of yourself, you know, like, you have to make yourself a priority. And that's one good thing about this company is, like, we are all going through the same things. Like, I know there's somebody here that their husband doesn't support them. Their husband's like, it's a pyramid scheme, it's a scam, it's a whatever, like, and that's fine. But when I get one of those bonuses and it does change our life, like, maybe he'll support me and maybe he won't, you know, it is what it is. Like, that's one thing that I feel like I just stopped caring. The first week of January, I had a huge family, like, outbreak, like, not my personal home, but just family drama. I missed out on the busiest week because I let other people, like, affect my social media. You know what I mean? Delete and block and move on. Delete and block. If somebody's being negative to you, delete, block, and carry on. Because you know what? I missed out on people that were looking for work. I missed out on people that were changing their life. It's the first week of the year. Everybody has new goals. I missed out on so much, and that was my own personal fault. So, like, accountability, when you start realizing the things that you're not doing and the work that you're not putting in, once you start doing it and you're seeing the results, like, there's people coming to me like, you're working from your phone, like, everything you're doing is from social media, like, talk to me, you know? And I do. And I might sound like this, but they're human and they understand. Like, I might be on the verge of tears, but they're going to feel that because that's your heart, you know? And I don't know. Is there any other questions?
I don't know, I'm about to cry. Can we get some, like,
Place,
tissues in here? I feel like everyone's like, oh my God, what? No, like, you're amazing. You're amazing. And I feel like everyone in the chat right now is agreeing with that. They're like, is she an Ambassador Diamond that just came and spoke on our Zoom tonight? Yes, this is future Ambassador Diamond. That's okay.
Oh, like, I want to be up there. I want to change my life. Like, and I feel like it was important too for me to get on here and tell everybody that's, like, going through the same thing. Like, I'm struggling, okay? Like, I'm still struggling, and that's my fuel right now. Like, this morning, I wasn't even going to go this deep, but this morning I had to go pick up my W-2 from a restaurant that I used to work at when the pandemic hit, and I lost my job. And I had $20 in my pocket, and that was going to buy my kids breakfast because I knew as soon as we got there, they were going to want to have breakfast, okay? I'm sitting there with my kids, and I'm just, you know, like, just waiting for the bill to come, even though that restaurant was like a huge family. We were all in it together. I'm sitting there waiting for the bill to come. And one of my customers that used to be a customer paid for my kids' meal, you know, and it was just a little thing, you know, but it was like, God is always working on you. Like, whether you believe in God or not, somebody's working on you, and you can't struggle forever. If you're going to struggle, like, you need to take the struggle and let it fuel you. Cause if you don't, you're going to like sit there and burn. Like, that's all the only way I know how to put it is like, you got to let the struggle, you can't let the struggle eat you alive, because it can, like, I've seen it happen.
So this is a Christian-based company, guys. So I don't know what everyone believes in, but I believe in God, and I didn't believe, and I don't know what I believed in when I first started this business, honestly, because I've had a lot of things happen in my life. And just like you were saying right now about God working in a mysterious way, basically this morning, I think he also worked in some crazy way when Ashley helped you pre-sell samples to get started, because right now you have something that's going to be able to give you an income, when in reality, with everything going on the past year, it's honestly almost impossible for people to be keeping a job secure right now. And having something that you can do from social media, you know, that you're the boss of, and you control your schedule, you control how you make your money. That's powerful. And just you putting pictures up of your kids on your wall and telling everyone on here tonight, my husband, the person I love, that's like married to me, doesn't support me in this, but guess what? I see that vision for more. And one day he's going to see it, right? Like, he's going to see it. He will see it. Trust me. Brett was honestly the same. He's going to see it. Brett said, tell her to send him my way. But I mean, Sarah Kusamana, who's on our team as well, her husband was not with this company when she first started as well. We actually ended up getting on a Zoom, the four of us together, and we talked to him, and now she's a diamond, about to go double diamond on the team. So you will, like, you having that vision is the number one thing that is going to get you to that next level. Because no matter what, if you have a bad day, right? You, like, if you're struggling, like, you said you're struggling right now, you might have a lot of bad days, but you know, at the end of the day that you're doing something that's going to better your tomorrow. And that's like the most powerful thing.
Jade said something yesterday, actually. She said let me just double check. She said the message you send on your bad day is the message you send on your good day. And 110%, that's like one thing that spoke to me last night. Like, it just is, you know, like, you can be having the worst day. That's the thing about this. We aren't face to face. I don't have to do this every day. I don't have to be this mess every single day. Like, I type my message, I send it. They don't know if I'm in tears or if I got a smile on my face that day. Like, another thing, if you're on here and you don't have the boards app, 10 out of 10, get the boards app, because I literally was a mess. I was sending paragraphs this long to people trying to explain that I was trying to get them the best deal and blah, blah, blah. Like, refer to your boards app. If you don't have it, like, seriously, just stop right now and just go get it, because it's going to change your whole everything. It's going to change like your whole business.
There's this group. I just heard of it. I don't know if you guys know about it, but Jade just told me to join it today. It's a new app. It's called Clubhouse. And like, it's like podcast, but people go and they speak and they talk about a topic. So I just joined it today. I'll let you guys know how it goes, but it's like Dean Graziosi, Brendan Bouchard, like the people that we like all listen to on podcasts, or if we go to conferences, that's who we listen to. These are amazing people in the industry. They have this platform where they can all speak to each other. So tonight, I noticed, I think it's after this at some time, there's a pod, like I'm going to call it a podcast. It's whatever. It's a pod group, whatever, that they're speaking about letting your mess be your message. And I feel like that's so powerful, especially in your case, because the things that you're going through right now, like that you're living right now, and you're working towards that better tomorrow, you can let this one day help change so many people's lives. You're going to literally, there's so many people out there that are going through the same exact thing as you. And as you grow in this company, just think of all the lives that you're going to keep changing in the process because of your own message and your own story that you get to share to them. I know right now you probably don't want to talk a lot of things on social media, just because you're going through it, right? But one day when you get through it and you're on the other side of that hill and you're like, I make amazing money at home with my family from this social media business, you're going to be able to show people how to do the same thing as well, right? Bring them along with you. The team that you're enrolling distributors right now, and these people you're bringing along with you, right? Because it's not just about you anymore. It's now about their families as well. And on that, how are you enrolling these distributors?
So honestly, host posts have been awesome. One of my new distributors, she was one of my friends. I actually let her chop 22 inches off of my hair at one point in time. So she kind of just did it out of pity for me, and that's fine, because I truly believe that it can change her life just like it's going to change mine and everybody else on here that puts in the work. My other one though, she was on a host to post. It was an opportunity host to post off the boards app, and she commented on it, and she actually used to be a distributor before, but like when it was just wraps, and like you said, she said everything was totally different when she came back, but I feel like she's super pumped too, and this could be a total game changer for her, and I'm stoked for her as well.
I love that. Guys, I don't know. I have goosebumps. I feel like I can go sit and cry right now, like how good this makes me feel. Like I feel like you just spoke to me even more, because the things that you're talking about and the way that you're even talking about it, when I went through similar situations to you, and I don't think I was like this, like, yes, I got this. I wasn't, right? Like, I wish I was. I wish I was. I was probably like crying to Brett every night, but it's fine. Like, I honestly, like, I have a close family member blocked. So I love how you said just block and move on, because it's really powerful, because so many of us will care so much about people's opinions, right? But then at the end of the day, just like Rachel Hollis and everyone else has said before, other people's opinions do not pay your bills, right? So no one's opinion is going to pay your bills, unless you say to, like, the next time someone says something negative to you that's close to you, be like, I'd rather you not even bring it up if you're going to have something negative to say, unless you want to give me like 10 grand a month right now. I mean, come on, like, that's what I'm working for. But seriously, like, I feel like you are very collected right now, and that's a really great word. Like, you are, because when I, like, years ago, I think that finding God and like finding my faith and being in this company honestly made me grow as a person. But I did have really bad people in my life, and I was able to weave them out, right? And then the people that are here now, like this amazing guy right here, he wasn't supportive at first with me, but now he's seen what it's done for us, and he's all about it, of course. But but just having the right people with you along that journey, which these new distributors you're signing, and the people you're going to sign tomorrow, and the people you're going to sign the next year, like, it's all for a reason, and you're here for a reason.
Thank you.
Thank you. And that was awesome. You guys have any questions, like I said, for her, she can go read the chat now too. And then we're going to bring on Danielle. And if there's any last questions for any of the amazing people tonight, we can go back at the end. Danielle. Let me add a pin. Okay. And then there we go. Good to go.
Can you hear me? Am I good? Okay. So I joined the company a year ago this month. I've done 2 other businesses before, and I put out so much money to start those businesses. I had to pay every single month, everything. Courtney, I was in a business and just stopped it when I saw Courtney's post. And before the business, 7 years ago this month, my dad died. My dad killed himself. And 2 months after that, I found out I was pregnant. So I call my daughter my dad's child. Like, pretty much it's my dad's child. So it's my daughter's father. I mean, he was bad in the beginning. He was bad the whole relationship, everything. But he also had a car repoed in my name. So I'm dealing with that debt. So when Courtney, I saw her post, she was like, told me everything. And I was like, let me see. So I went and talked to my fiance, and later that day, I was like, Courtney, I'll get back to you. And then later that day, I was like, let's just do it. I don't care. Let's just do it. What do I have to do? So I started, and then it was a life changer for me. Like, in the beginning, I was on every single Zoom. I didn't care if I got 2 hours of sleep. I didn't care if I got 1 hour of sleep. I was on the Zoom because that's what Courtney told me, to stay close to the fire. So that's what I did. I stayed close to the fire. I made sure I was on every single Zoom. I promoted to Diamond in 4 months. It was crazy because I came in pretty much at boom season. So I was going crazy, enrolling everything, but then I fell off. Like everybody on here knows, you get distributors, they're all about it, and then they stop working. Well, I took that to heart, and I was like, well, they're not working, why should I work? But I still expected to pay. I still expected to have that pay come in. So when I started not seeing it, I was crying almost every single night. I was going through depression. I was going through anxiety. My depression was so bad to the point where I told my fiance multiple times I wanted to just go and be with my dad. I didn't want to be here no more. But then I looked at my daughter and I was like, I can't, like, I'm doing this for her. Like she's my reason why. Like with this business, I was able to get a newer car. I was able to upgrade our apartment. It's not a house, but it's an apartment. I was able to do it all. So when I fell off, it was bad because I was like, how are we going to pay for this? How are we going to pay for that? How are we going to do this? And it was to the point where I was like, I'm just going to kick my ass back in gear. Like I need this because we also had to push our wedding back because we didn't have the finances. So I know everybody on here can be busy if you're working full time. This business is for everyone. If you want it to work, you're going to make it work. Guys, I clocked out of my full-time job today at 49 hours and I still have tomorrow and I still have Saturday and Sunday to work. So I'm working the past 2 weeks. I worked 120 hours plus the business, plus I have a 6-year-old, plus I'm homeschooling and taking care. Like my fiance is all on board about the business, but he doesn't do nothing around the house. It's like, I need you to do the dishes or I need you to do this. And he doesn't do it. So I'm like still having to clean up, still having to take care of my daughter. She only goes to her dad's. You could tell him, Brett, it's okay. She only goes to her dad's sometimes on the weekend. And like this whole week, he was at, well, not whole week, but like the past 3 days, he was in Texas. So it was just me. But the last week in January, it was like the last week or two in January, I kicked my butt back in gear. I started getting up my 10 host to post. I was making sure I was in contact and following up with everybody. And I signed almost 30 customers last month. The most customers I've ever signed in a whole entire year. And most of them came at the end of the month because that's when I kicked myself back in gear and said, I need to get these customers. I need to get these host posts up. I need to get distributors. So you just have to make sure you're doing the tasks. We have it so that you can do the tasks in an hour in your business. You don't have to do it all at once. I'm working like crazy. Like I said, like I was up at 6 o'clock this morning. I didn't clock out till 7:30. And then I had to clean up real fast to come on the Zoom because I don't miss a Zoom. Last night when Jade was on the Zoom, I was in bed almost asleep. Like you just have to make sure that you're doing the task every single day. You can't not do the task or shortcut them and expect to pay, because learn from me, you don't get a pay. When I looked at the check, I was like, what is this? Like, so you have to make sure you do it and it will come. Even if it takes you a while to get where you want to be, just know you're going to get there if you continue to do what you're doing. Like I pretty much, every time I fell off, Courtney was in my inbox asking me, what's wrong? Are you okay? Like what's going on? And I made sure she would get me right back on track. And then there I was. So my tip to everybody is just make sure you're doing the host post. Like if you're not in the 30 push hard or whatever, the 30 hard, make sure you're in there because it's working. I'm getting up. If I have to stay up till 12 o'clock at night just to get my 10th host to post up, I'm going to stay up till 12 o'clock at night. The past week, I've only gotten maybe 5 hours sleep every night, if that. So that's my tips.
And how many customers though have you enrolled? Like 30 something, right? In the last
month? It was like 30 last month, and I've got a customer every day so far this month.
Yeah, because she's doing a task list every day, right, guys?
So like stuck to a task list.
Yeah, and the cool thing is about it, we have that 30 hard challenge, which if you're new, don't worry about that yet. But if you've been in the business a little while, get in that group if you can for February. We'll do it again definitely in March. But it's just a task list of like show your face every day. I actually have it like sitting here somewhere.
That's another thing, Court. I'm going to jump on.
Yeah, go ahead.
You have to get out of your comfort zone. Like I never would show my face on live or on even my story. I would never do it. And doing this task, I've been doing it and getting out of it. Do I sweat? Absolutely. Do I turn bright red? Yes, but that's who I am. So, but you have to show your face because these people want to know who you truly are.
Yeah, because otherwise, like what separates you from It Works www.daniellegibons.com, you know, like we all have our own replicated website. So why don't we all have our own replicated versions of the company, right? Like through your social media platforms. Like if itworks.com wanted to just give you their website for you to go market, then you wouldn't be a unique individual, but they put that dot before the it works for you to be that unique individual marketing those products. So Danielle's website will say Danielle Gibbons in the top left-hand corner. So when you find Danielle Gibbons on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, it's going to be customized to Danielle Gibbons. It's not Danielle Gibbons has the same as Courtney Van Auken, has the same as Fernanda, right? Has the same as Kelly. You know what I mean? Like, no, it's not the same all around. We are all different. We all have different backgrounds. We all have different goals. We all share the same vision, but that same vision is the same what the company is directing for us, right? And we have those products to market in our own unique way. Just like Danielle just said, show your face. I sweat. I still sweat all the time. I don't care. My face turns red all the time. I drink a glass of wine, my face turns red. I go on a live, my face turns red. It's just like my skin. It's fine. But it took me 6 months to go live for the first time, right? And now I'm like making a TikTok without any makeup on. I know Fernanda said she puts makeup on. I don't. I was like, I do not put makeup on my TikToks, but guys, do it. Just be you. The list that we've been working off of is read 10 pages of self-development every day, right? Follow 50 people on Instagram and Facebook, show your face once a day, send a minimum of 50 messages, 10 hosts to post a day, which I change 50 a week to 10 a day, and then 1 TikTok or reel daily. And it's a checklist. If you want it, let me know. But we have a group that we're all like sharing when we're completing it together, and we're like cheering each other on as we're doing it. It's fun. I think it's really awesome. If you go to esuite.itworks.com and you click document library and you type in daily task list, you'll actually see the one that the company developed for us. So that one's really good too. We did the KPI list for a long time. I still technically do the KPI list too. So if you guys want to go print that out of your eSuite, you can have it. Self-development is everything. To be real, right? Like Danielle just gave you some like real life scenarios that she's gone through, and not just the past year, but last few years, right? A lot of us, I feel like, have battled things that a lot of people don't know about. And self-development, I know Danielle probably hated me saying it all the time when she was going through moments like this, but I was like, what podcast did you listen to? What book did you read? What audiobook? And she's like, what? I didn't do it. Or Karen on here, right? I'm like, Karen, what personal development are you doing? She's like, I don't do personal development. I'm like, you need to do personal development. Guys, that means listening to a podcast, right? Reading an audio or listening to an audiobook, reading a book, journaling in some shape or form. It has to keep your mental health right. This business is 80% mental health. It's all about your mindset. There is this book right now that Brett and I are listening to, and Jay Lynn has started listening to it too. She said it's like changed everything for her in the last couple of days. It's called
Secrets of the Millionaire Mind.
I keep saying Success Habits of the Millionaire Mind, but it's Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. It's an audiobook that we're listening to. You can also get the book. But we listened to the audiobook, me, Sabrina, and Brett, while we were hiking yesterday. And it's so good. And it's all about your mindset. If you want to have a lucrative income, you have to think like someone that has a lucrative income, right? So if you are sitting here, he talks about declaration statements where instead of saying like, I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to do that, you say, I am, right? You declare that you are. I have a millionaire mind. That's how he always ends it. He puts his finger on his head. He says, I have a millionaire mind. And it's so powerful because we don't realize how powerful our words are. And every person that spoke tonight, I was keeping track to see if they were all going to do it. They all talked as if it's going to happen. They didn't say, I'm going to try, I'm going to do this, I'm going to see if this works out for me. No, they're all like, this is going to be great. Like, I am going to be this. I am going to do that. I am a mass enroller. I am that. Like, whatever that is for you, you have to declare that that's what you are. No try, right? No, I'm going to try to see if this works out. That's just giving yourself some doubt and you're going to be out of the game. So all of these people that are speaking tonight, follow them on social media. Share your TikToks, guys. If you're just starting out on TikTok, just share your reels down below, your TikToks, and we can follow you. Kelly's like, no, but put your name down there, Kelly, so we can all watch you succeed and we'll cheer you on. But guys, go follow them on social media because they're sharing their story every day. They're sharing what they, like Danielle, she tweaked things from me for a while. And I tell everyone to do that when they start. Now, if you go follow Danielle's page, she makes the best life post ever. So go.
She doesn't miss one.
She does not. it's the first thing I see in the morning when I go on Facebook, because she's been up for like 5 hours already and I just woke up, and it's like Danielle right at the top with her life post. I'm like, okay, I got to get mine up now. Danielle just reminded me. Okay. But if you, and I really want to touch on this one more time too, because I think this is so important about mental health, and how you were saying like you were going through like depression and like things like that. There's a lot of people I think on this team that probably have suffered from depression and anxiety at one point, or still currently may go through things like that. And I honestly know that because you create the team that you are, and I suffer with that stuff. So everyone on here is part of my team. And I know that a lot of you guys probably have gone through a lot of the same things that I have gone through. So that's the same thing for you too, right? Think about the people you're bringing into your team, into your business. You are going to be bringing them in, people that are like you. When Danielle said she stopped showing up, her entire team probably stopped showing up, right? It's literally it's based on what you do every day is how your team's going to follow suit. If they see you on Zooms, they'll be on Zooms. If they see you journaling or listening to a podcast, they'll do that. If they see you signing some customers from host to host, they'll get some host to host up. If you go through depression and anxiety, think about the people on your team and if they go through that stuff as well. That's why I would reach out to people when you notice that they're not around as much. That's why I was in Danielle's inbox, right? Like I know last summer I had a really bad 2-month period of my depression hitting me again. And I knew that that was probably going to affect a lot of people on my team as well and bring up things because I wasn't showing up the way that I should have been, right? Because I was going through my own things. So I know some of you guys don't understand what we're talking about, but if you do understand what we're talking about, our inboxes are always open. You always have a friend. You always have someone to talk to about things that you feel. A lot of things that we feel, even if you don't battle depression, anxiety, but a lot of sad moments or like when you feel down, you have to just realize, this is like a big thing for me, that it's temporary, right? And you can't let your temporary daily feelings affect the future and the future actions that you want to create, right? So if you feel like poop today, just like Fernanda was saying, on a bad day, your message is the same as on a good day, right? Don't let your poopy day grab that pint of ice cream if you need to. I totally have been there. Go grab it and lay in bed, but send messages out and get your 10 hosts to post up too. If everyone on here is enrolling customers and distributors from host to post, what do you think you should be doing? Right? Like, what are you guys? And if you don't have the boards app, like they were talking about tonight, get the boards app, but just show up based on what you want for your future, not on your temporary circumstance, right? Because we're all working towards that vision. And that's the number one thing, is that vision to keep going further and look at that big picture, even though you aren't living in that moment right now. Awesome. Does anyone have any questions? Danielle, did you have anything else to add? No. Okay. Does anyone else have any question? Did I miss anything? Eyes always open. Did anyone have one last word that talked tonight? You guys good? Everyone's good?
Say something just because.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I just wanted to let everybody know, like, if you're worried about age or I heard somebody on a Zoom the other night that was like worried about like just age in general. I'm 27 years old. Ashley, my enroller, she's 20 years old. She is who guides me through this. Okay. She is 7 years younger than me. Do I hold that against her? No. Like, she's just as inspiring and enlightening and has been through just as much in life as me at 27. So like, just don't let age play a factor in that. That's pretty much one of the only things I wanted to throw in there.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing too, because a lot of people come into this. I think gender too. We have a lot of guys that are starting on the team, like a lot. And I think it's because Brett started working as much too. So now we have a lot of guys coming into the group. And I had someone say today, it seems like there's a lot of women. Yes, majority are women, but
It's all network marketing.
Yeah, all network marketing is the majority of women, but you do not have to be a certain gender. You don't have to be a certain race. You don't have to be a certain age to be successful. Like we were just saying, it's about the vision. It's about having your mental state, your mind, right? And then just following the simple task list, the actions.
Ben Boyle,
Yeah.
He works the account, and his wife is.
Yeah,
like,
Ben Boyle is a
behind-the-scenes stuff.
top income earner with the company, and him and his wife, but he is the one that actually really works the business. And
She does like the behind the scenes.
Yeah, she does the
stuff.
behind
So
the scenes
it doesn't
stuff.
matter who you are, what your gender, age, anything. If you want this to work, it will.
Yeah, and my mom's 51, and she is a diamond on the team. She's about to go double diamond. So it's like, Yeah, definitely nothing about age, nothing about gender or race, guys. You can be successful as long as you want to be, and you just show up. And the key to success here, like everyone's saying, is even though they got blocked, even though they got ghosted, even though they heard no, they still just kept doing the things every day. Like Danielle started doing a task list very forcefully in the last month, right? And I'm sure for the first couple days, first week, maybe even first 2 weeks, she didn't see the success she wanted to see right away. But then all of a sudden it was like, boop, all over the place. She planted all those seeds and they turned into like tons and tons and tons of fruits, right? The fruits produce, what is it? How's it go? The roots and the fruits. The roots, oh, there it is. The roots produce the fruits. So the things that you see on the outside, your income, your future, the things that you're working on, all those fruits that you're working towards are actually produced from your roots, the things that you don't see, right? If you look at a tree, actually, let's talk about bamboo. Bamboo develops under the ground for 5 years before it sprouts into a long ass stick in the air, whatever it is. I know, you know what I'm talking about? But seriously, it's the roots. It's the roots that control everything that you see on the outside. It's all produced the things that you don't see on the inside. And that's what that book talks about. So definitely get that audiobook. It's 5 hours. You guys could listen to it an hour a day for the next 5 days and be done with it. It's so good. Success. Why can I never remember it? Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. I keep wanting to say Success Habits. Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Jaylyn listened to this when I recommended to her 2 days ago, and she's already sold 3 sample cash orders and got a customer. And she said it was because she listened to that book. It's like powerful. It's a very powerful book. So definitely listen to that. I'll post the recording on Passport to Diamond, guys. And then the people who spoke tonight can drop their TikToks on there so you can go follow them. And then if anyone needs that checklist or anything like that, I can put that in the comments on there as well. All right. Thank you guys so much. Love you. Have an amazing night. Thank you all for speaking.